Hello everybody, Mindstorm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron for the German Empire. In the last episode, we continued our preparation work for the Soviet Union, as well as we were dragged into the war between the Communist Chinese and the Republic of China, because the Republic of China declared war on Japan, who was our vassal state, and so that dragged my entire faction into the fray. And so we called in Korea and everything. Korea was able to take a bunch of territory up here, and we kind of flooded in here to the south of China to help hold the Japanese holdings down here. And so, yeah, pretty much as soon as we invaded, they capitulated, and we went through the peace conference, and everything is set up there. Now, I had planned to just kind of advance things to the point at which the coup was about to fire in the Soviet Union, which is the 1st of November of this year. It is the 4th of June, and I have decided to go ahead and break in here because a civil war has just occurred in Bulgaria. I don't know where this is going to go. I can send an attaché. They will not accept. Okay. They will not accept. Well, they might accept in a moment. So this could be the spark that starts the war. I don't know. We will see, which is why I wanted to kind of break in here so we can see how things progress with that having occurred. Now, there is one thing that I wanted to talk about and before we get started. And that is the Loyalists, and what I have decided in regards to the Loyalists in the United States. Now, if we recall back when we were fighting the Allies, we were the ones that actually instigated that coup in the U.S. We used our political power. I used my equipment to arm them, but as soon as they seceded and broke out in their civil war, they joined the Comintern inexplicably. But it made little to no sense at the time, but I rolled with it. So at the time, I kind of put out there to get some feedback on what I should do about it. Should I fix the problem using the console, or just kind of deal with it? And there were responses in both directions. There really wasn't a consensus in the comments. Both arguments, I think, are valid. I mean, by all rights, they should have joined my faction because of the aforementioned reasons. But also, sometimes just the way the game goes, and sometimes you just got to deal with it. But I had kind of reserved the final decision of what I would do until just before the war with the Soviets broke out. And since we're probably on the verge of that happening, I went ahead and made my final decision of what to do about the Loyalists. And what I have decided to do is to sort of split the difference a bit. I have removed them from the Comintern, so they are no longer a member of the Comintern. However, I have not added them to my faction. They are an independent entity at the moment. And Unitary Canada apparently has left the Comintern. They joined for a bit, But they left on their own. I did not touch Unitary Canada. I did not touch Unitary Canada at all. Okay. So it is actually theoretically plausible that the Loyalists would have left the Comintern after the wars were over. So it's not outside the realm of plausibility. I just kind of made it happen. And so, one of three things I anticipate could potentially happen. And regardless of what happens, I'm going to go ahead and accept the AI's decision. 1. Once we are at war with the Comintern, the Loyalists could rejoin the Comintern, and then I have to deal with them. 2. They could ask to join my faction, in which case we'll bring them in as an ally, and we'll be good to go there. Or 3. They could remain neutral and not provide any support, but we won't have to deal with them. I still do need to keep my army down here, just in case they do rejoin the Comintern. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and leave them alone, and whatever they decide to do is what they decide to do, and then we'll deal with it. But I wanted to give an opportunity for the AI to actually make a choice, essentially, in that matter. So that's why I kicked them out of the Comintern for the moment. Alright, with that bit of business out of the way, let's go ahead and unpause it, and let's see what happens here in Bulgaria. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and slow that down to speed 4. Nothing could happen, theoretically. Though they are at war with the entire Comintern. They are asking to join faction. They are asking to join faction. Or I can invite them. They're not actually asking. They will agree to join the faction if we accept. The thing is, they're just gonna get wrecked. They're gonna get wrecked. Don't tell me the game's going to crash on me. After all of that, the game is going to crash on me? Hold on. I'll be back in a sec. Okay. Back. I had to reload the autosave. But that got me to the 1st of June, so it wasn't that long to catch back up. Okay. So as I was saying, Romania is going to wreck Bulgaria. Now, do I bring them in and join the war now? While all of these opposing troops are potentially distracted. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, look at them, look at them. They're all redeploying. They have no organization whatsoever along this entire line. I could just absolutely destroy them right now. Oh, it's too good not to do. Alright, we need to set up the battle plans. I hadn't kind of anticipated this because I'm going to wait for the coup to fire and figure out where it was before I set up my battle plans. But this is delicious. This is just too good. Alright. Alright, let's figure out where everybody is and what they're doing. So far, Loyalists are still independent. Alright. Good. They haven't rejoined the Comintern. Alright. What we want to do, first and foremost, is cut a path to the Black Sea. Basically, to get to Odessa and cut Romania off here. Well, I mean, they'll still be able to get through here. But to get to Odessa and then run to the Caucasus. Because I want to kind of cut... kind of do a sweep like this. Because I want to cut these guys off. Oh, excuse me. I want to cut these guys off from the rest of the Soviet Union. Now, the Communist Chinese are going to show up.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
But, we're going to be able to do some damage. Okay.
Bereit.
Okay, so you guys... I want you to push out... to a line here for now. We're going to follow the rivers. Right?
Bereit.
Alright, so these are infantry, but they're primarily in the northern area here. So you guys are going to push out to here. Right, yep, I'll do that. You guys are in the south and you are armor. So I want you to do a spearhead to... I want you guys to do a spearhead.
Achtung.
To there. That's silly. Alright. Okay, fine. Then just a spearhead to there. Good.
Bereit.
Motorized infantry. I want you to do an offensive line out to there. Alright.
Bereit.
This infantry, again, I think that's just on the northern area. No, they're spread out across the whole line. Okay, so you guys are also going to just take this whole front. And we're going to spread you out along that whole thing and see how it goes. Alright.
Ihre Befehle.
You guys, motorized infantry. You're probably going to outpace the standard infantry, but get out to there.
Ihre Befehle.
These infantry. Alright. So you can delete your orders. And I want you guys to push to that front. Romania actually hasn't joined the war. Interesting. You guys are a member of the Comintern, right? Yes, they are. Alright, doesn't matter. I'm going to push in. We're going to hold that line. I'm going to call you to arms. Yes. Okay.
Achtung!
Alright. Mechanized infantry. Push to there.
Achtung!
Let's see. These are my heavy tanks. They're in the south. I want you just to do a general offensive push. There.
Befehle!
More tanks. Offensive line. Yep, you guys head up to there. Yep, stay out of the marshes.
Achtung!
Alright, you guys. More infantry. They need to be ready to hit Romania when available.
Achtung!
You're up there, so offensive line. Up here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Yeah, just kind of join everybody there.
Ihre Befehle!
And you guys stay where you are,
Bereit!
because we're actually going to kind of let the Comintern take Syria. Because they should have it anyway. And then we'll push them back. Alright, we're going to need more than 500 planes. Well, Austria should have plenty of planes. But we shall see. All right. I would say we're not going to wait for the actual planning bonuses. We're just going to go.
Bereit!
There is actually something that I'm going to do here. That I completely forgot about. But yeah, we're going to try and bring Finland in. Because why not? Alright, let's begin. There we go. They're in. All right. Yep, the nuking has begun. We have to be very, very careful about the air situation. Alright, put them over the Ukraine. I need more planes. More planes. Alright, you guys probably don't necessarily need to be there. You can fly there and get over the Baltic states. Alright. Ah, we have a pocket. We sunk 2 light cruisers. Another light cruiser and 2 destroyers. We sunk a light cruiser and 2 destroyers. Expeditionary force request from South Africa. No. We're gonna be out of fuel in 81 days. Really? Alright then. Negative 508 chromium. Yep. Pretty much. Well, we can still trade with the Loyalists because they have not joined the Comintern, but they are not joining our faction either. I can import as much as I can from Austria-Hungary. Let's see. Let's buy tons of oil from the Loyalists. That should hopefully keep us going well. Alright, looks like my submarines are getting some work done. I have not called the Japanese to arms, nor the Koreans. And I probably want to keep it that way. Now, as soon as I can get access to Black Sea, basically once I take the Bosphorus here, then I'm gonna put some ships in there and go to town. They have a bunch of planes. They have a bunch of planes. Alright. I can put 800 more fighters down here. Let's just run this forward until they deploy. Alright. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys can go over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys can go over there. Okay, good. Alright. We've reached the Black Sea. Alright.
Befehle?
This army, which is
Ihre
you.
Befehle?
Begin your advance. Fall of Kiev. Advanced anti-air missile launcher. Excellent. Get the 1960 carrier hull. More convoys being sunk. We sunk 2 destroyers. Excellent. We sunk 19 submarines and 10 destroyers with our naval bombers. Beautiful. We sunk seven submarines and a destroyer with our naval bombers. We sunk 4 light cruisers and 6 destroyers with our naval bombers. Another light cruiser and a destroyer. 4 submarines. Oh yeah. We are getting done. We sunk a battleship. We sunk the Marat. And 3 heavy cruisers with our aircraft. 3 light cruisers, a battleship, and 2 destroyers. 4 light cruisers and 2 destroyers. We currently have a battle going on. We have sunk a light cruiser, 2 heavy cruisers. Alright, actually, we probably should not be running at that super high speed. Alright.
Ihre Befehle?
You guys have achieved your spearhead goals. So, I want you to help knock out Romania, please. We have to make for the Caucasus. And the thing is, we are still planning that coup, right? So at some point, we are actually going to fire off a coup in the Soviet Union, and then that's going to cause all kinds of trouble. Alright, let's remove these guys. No, you want to send expeditionary forces? No, do not send any expeditionary forces. You can fight your own. Alright, 2 light cruisers and a bunch of destroyers. Excellent. 2 more light cruisers, 2 more destroyers, 2 more light cruisers, destroyers, a light cruiser and some destroyers, 7 destroyers. Excellent. What are our planes doing? Sinking some convoys. Very good. And we have our Marines, which are moving into position. Good. How does the air war look? Ukraine. Let's move some of our fighters forward. Let's move some of these fighters forward.
Ihre Befehle.
Alright, just a bunch of convoys being sunk. All kinds of stuff being sunk over here. The Indian People's Republic is involved in the war. We will get there eventually. Alright, so that's been dealt with. Those guys are redistributing out to the front. Excellent. Alright, so we still have green stockpiles across the board. I'm just checking these naval results. Anything more interesting? Doesn't look like it. Just a bunch of transports being sunk for the moment. Convoys, 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 convoys. Convoys. Alright. Oh, for some reason I thought Greece was a, Greece was a member of Comintern, but no, they are actually fascist. Interesting. But we are collapsing. Oh, these guys are cut off because of this. Right. Alright.
Angetreten.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
Befehle.
That is not a problem. Get rid of them.
All right. Ausrücken.
We actually need to get an army over here to contain these guys.
Befehle. Bereit. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit.
There was an army that was down there, right? Well, there's this one.
Auf geht's.
Yeah, this army. Change of plans. Get over here. Alright, but I think we are at the... Oh, keep pressing that button. I think we're at the end of the episode here. So, we're going to go ahead and stop here. And we've been fairly successful in our initial offensive. We're going to have to reorganize the fronts a little bit because we're getting messed up all over the place. But that's alright. Hopefully once we can get Romania and Bulgaria dealt with and begin... Well, we're going to have to send somebody in there, yeah. I got to basically reorganize a bunch of these fronts. But that's okay. That's fine. But for now, we'll stop here, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.